Hold on tight, because today we're dropping a bombshell that will shake the world of football. FC Barcelona has finalized 2 secret transfers that absolutely no one saw coming. We're talking about masterful moves, chess plays that Deco and Joan Laporta have woven in the shadows to bring Barcelona back to its rightful place, the pinnacle of world football. Today, we're telling you the whole truth about Joan Garcia and Nico Williams, 2 names that will make Camp Nou tremble. So, Cules, get comfortable, turn up the volume, and prepare your hearts, because it's starting now. And if you're a true Cule, a fan of the new Blaugrana stars, subscribe now and join the Barcelona family without missing a single detail of this madness. Ready? Let's go. We start with the first bombshell, Joan Garcia, the new Blaugrana goalkeeper. Yes, Cules, did you hear that right? FC Barcelona has paid the release clause of €25 million plus inflation adjustments to secure this 24-year-old goalkeeper from Espanyol, no less. This isn't just a transfer, it's a statement of intent. Joan Garcia is already a Barcelona player, and according to the latest information, the official announcement is imminent. We're talking about a goalkeeper who has shown a brutal level in the second division, being key in Espanyol's promotion during the 2023-24 season, and who this season has prevented the Pericos from being relegated. Why Joan Garcia? Because this guy is a safe bet. 1.90 meters tall, lightning-fast reflexes, and an ability to read the game that reminds us of the greats. Joan isn't coming to be a substitute, he's coming to fight for the starting spot. And yes, Cules, there's controversy here because Joan Garcia's arrival puts the Blaugrana goalkeeper position in jeopardy. Marc-André ter Stegen, our captain between the posts, could be on the chopping block. There are rumors that the club has told him he's not part of Hansi Flick's plans for next season. Can you imagine ter Stegen, a legend, competing with Garcia and with Pena as backup? It's a revolution in goal, and Flick understands it well. He wants competition, he wants hunger, he wants a Barcelona that doesn't give the opponent a chance. Joan Garcia's contract is undoubtedly one of the most striking points of this Blaugrana bombshell because we're not talking about a simple agreement but a long-term bet that can define the future of FC Barcelona. According to the latest information, Joan Garcia has signed for 6 years until the summer of 2031, with a competitive salary that reflects his status as one of the great promises of Spanish football. But what really makes this contract shine is the release clause, an astronomical sum of €100 million designed to protect the goalkeeper and ensure that no European club can easily snatch him away. This move not only strengthens the Blaugrana defense but sends a clear and resounding message to all of Europe. Barcelona is not just back, but building an unstoppable project based on young talent, ambition, and a clear vision of domination. Joan Garcia is not a band-aid, not a temporary solution. He is a pillar for the next decade, a goalkeeper who promises to bring security back to the Cule defense and make rivals tremble. But, Cules, the story doesn't end there, because finalizing this transfer has been a true odyssey. The operation has been full of obstacles, and not minor ones. La Liga, with Javier Tebas at the helm, as the eternal watchdog of financial fair play, has put FC Barcelona against the ropes. Signing Joan Garcia is one thing, but registering him on the team so he can play is another, a completely different challenge. The club must adjust its wage bill to comply with the league's strict regulations, and that doesn't happen by magic. We're talking about tough decisions, moves that could shake the dressing room and the fans to make room for Joan Garcia. Barcelona may be forced to sell important players, and that's where the saga gets interesting. Hold on tight, Cules, because the second transfer is one that shakes the foundations of world football. Nico Williams is one step away from becoming a FC Barcelona player. Yes, you heard right, the 22-year-old gem from Athletic Club, the winger who drives half the planet crazy, has chosen to wear the Blaugrana jersey rather than join giants like Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Chelsea, and even Paris Saint-Germain. It's a power move, Cules. We're talking about a player who can change the course of the team, who can bring back the magic, the spark, the spectacle that we've missed so much at Camp Nou. Nico Williams isn't just a transfer, he's a dream come true, a message to the world. Barcelona is back and it's going all out. Let's analyze why Nico Williams is the transfer all Cules have been waiting for. First, let's talk about his pure talent. Nico is a winger like they don't make anymore, fast as lightning, with a devilish dribble and a game vision that makes him deadly. In the 2024-25 season, Nico played 34 matches with Athletic Club, scoring 8 goals and providing 11 assists. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. This guy has something special, an electricity that is contagious. Every time he touches the ball, something happens. He's one of those players who make you jump out of your seat, who make you scream, who make you dream. At San Mamés, Nico destroyed defenses with his runs. Remember that match against Atletico de Madrid where he scored a magnificent goal after dribbling past 3 defenders and finishing with the calm of a veteran? That's what's coming to Camp Nou, Queules. Secondly, his connection with Barcelona's project. Nico isn't just a player who fits into Hansi Flick's system. He's the player that Flick specifically asked for. The German coach, who knows a thing or two about winning titles, sees in Nico the perfect winger for his vertical, aggressive, and fearless style of play. Flick wants a Barcelona that attacks mercilessly, that presses high, that doesn't give the opponent a second of respite. And Nico, with his speed and ability to break lines, is the centerpiece of this puzzle. Imagine a counterattack with Nico flying down the left flank, LAMINE Yamal piercing through the right, and Robert Lewandowski waiting in the box to finish. It's pure dynamite. But that's not all. Nico also has the quality to combine. With the Spanish national team, we've seen how well he gets along with PEDRI, GAVI, and Fermin Lopez. At Barcelona, this chemistry can be even more deadly. Thirdly, his personal story. Nico Williams is more than a footballer. He is a symbol of struggle and overcoming adversity. Born in Pamplona to Ghanaian parents, Nico and his brother Inaki have had to battle against all odds to reach the elite. Their story of sacrifice and humility connects with the values of Barça. Nico is not a diva. He is not a player who seeks the spotlight. He is a guy who plays with a smile, who enjoys every minute on the field, who lives football as if he were a child in the schoolyard. And that, Queules, is what we need: players who feel the badge, who give their all, who understand what it means to play for 90,000 people at Camp Nou. But do we know the details of the operation? Because there's a lot of juice here. Nico Williams' release clause is €58 million, a sum which, in the current market, is almost a bargain for a player of his level. Deco, our master in sports management, has moved heaven and earth to make this transfer viable. According to reports, he met with Nico's agent, Felix Tinta, during a secret meeting in Barcelona. At this meeting, Deco presented the club's project to him, a young and ambitious team, led by stars like LAMINE Yamal, PEDRI, and GAVI, and coached by an elite manager like Hansi Flick. But what really convinced Nico was a conversation with his teammates from the Spanish national team during the gathering for the World Cup qualifying matches. Nico spoke with LAMINE, PEDRI, Fermin, and Pau Cubarsí. LAMINE's words were key: "Nico, come to Barça, here you will be a star." And Nico, Queules, couldn't resist: "Brothers, take me to Barça." That's commitment, that's love for the colors. However, it's not all that simple. The transfer of Nico Williams has its obstacles. First, financial fair play. La Liga, with Javier Tebas at the helm, is watching Barca's every move. Paying the €58 million for the clause is one thing, but registering Nico on the team is another. The club must free up salary mass, and that could mean the departure of important players. Names like Rafinha, Ferran Torres, or even Ansu Fati are on the chopping block. Are we ready to sacrifice one of our stars to bring in Nico? It's a tough decision, but if the result is seeing this whirlwind at Camp Nou, it might be worth it. Moreover, there's competition. Bayern Munich, who had already tried to recruit Nico in the past, is ready to do anything to bring him in. We're talking about an offer of €70 million that Athletic rejected. Arsenal and Chelsea are also on the lookout, offering millionaire contracts and the promise of the Premier League. But Nico has made his priority clear: FC Barcelona. And it's not just for the sports project. Nico knows that Camp Nou is a unique setting, that the Queules fans will make him an idol, that playing alongside LAMINE Yamal can mark an era. In Bilbao, Nico is already a star, but at Barça, he can become a legend. Another key aspect is his versatility. Nico is not just a left winger. He can play on the right as a false nine or even as an offensive midfielder in a more associative system. This flexibility is gold for Hansi Flick, who loves players capable of adapting to different roles. At Athletic, Nico has shown that he can shine in any attacking position. Against Sevilla, for example, he played as a false nine and scored a magnificent header goal from a cross by his brother Inaki. Against Valencia, he moved to the right and provided 2 assists. This ability to unbalance from any area of the field makes him perfect for Barça. And we can't forget the media impact. Nico Williams is a magnet for the spotlight. His charisma, his laid-back style, his energetic celebrations make him a player who transcends the pitch. Brands are already lining up to associate with him, and at Barça, with the club's worldwide exposure, Nico can become a global icon. Imagine jerseys with Nico's number 11 flying off the shelves, viral videos of his dribbles, front pages of sports newspapers. This is not just a transfer, Kules, it's a revolution. But there are also doubts. Some at the club, including Joan Laporta, remember last summer when Nico seemed to doubt his future and ultimately decided to stay at Athletic. Laporta doesn't want to relive the saga. He doesn't want a player who isn't 100% committed. However, the signs are clear. Nico wants Barça, and Barça wants him. Hansi Flick has spoken personally with Nico, explaining his vision of a team that dominates Europe, that plays with joy, that seduces the fans. And Nico, Kules, is convinced. All that remains is for the club to resolve the economic issues and for the league to give the green light. But if all goes well, we will soon see Nico Williams raising his fist at Camp Nou, celebrating goals with the Kules fans. Visca el Barça. Let's speak clearly, Kules. These two transfers are not a coincidence. They are part of a master plan orchestrated by Deco and Hansi Flick to rebuild FC Barcelona from the foundations. Joan Garcia and Nico Williams represent the present and future of the club. One secures the goal for a decade, the other promises overflows and goals in attack. But it's not just about names, it's about identity. Barça is returning to its roots, young talent, hunger for glory, and a style of play that seduces. Deco has shown that he knows how to move in the market. While everyone was talking about Luis Diaz as the main target, Deco had aces up his sleeve, Nico Williams. And that's not all. He also finalized the transfer of Joan Garcia in record time, paying the clause and negotiating a contract that protects the goalkeeper. But beware, Kules, because financial fair play remains an obstacle. The league is vigilant, and Tebas has made it clear that Barça must make moves to register these stars. Selling Frenkie de Jong, sacrificing Rafinha are painful questions but could be necessary to finance this dream. Hansi Flick, for his part, is setting the course. His call to Nico Williams was not just a gesture, it was a statement of intent. Flick wants an intense vertical team that doesn't leave any ball uncontested. And with Joan Garcia in goal and Nico on the flank, this style is starting to take shape. Imagine, Kules, a counterattack with Nico overflowing on the left, YAMAL piercing on the right, and Lewandowski waiting for the ball in the box. That's the Barça we want. And here's the second call, Kules. If you vibrate with this news, if you believe in this project, in this Barça that is reborn, like the video, share it with your Kules friends, and above all, subscribe to the Barça Sin Bar channel. Leave in the comments what you expect from Joan Garcia in goal. Will Nico Williams be the new hero of Camp Nou? What other transfer would you like to see? We want to know everything. Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and until next time, Kules, go all out.